One of my favorite NBA players, Paul Pierce, goes on to say that if you really think your woman loves you, you should cheat on her. Now, I know that this got taken out of context. A lot of people didn't like what was said. It's getting a lot of debate online, which I completely understand. And some people might say, from what you see in this picture right here, is why should I take advice from Paul Pierce, who got fired from ESPN for playing poker and having strippers and drinking tequila while also smoking marijuana during his poker night? Why should we take advice from him? Well, I agree. That's somewhat subjective. But I think that I can speak to say that I understand his point. It's not that you should necessarily just go and cheat on your girlfriend, or maybe that's what he means. Maybe that's what he means. Like, go cheat on her and see how she feels. As a matter of fact, let's just watch the clip and then we'll know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
You really want to know if a girl loves you, you need to go out and cheat on her. Let's see. If you really want to know if a girl love you for real, go cheat on her and see how she react. Now we gonna see what's real. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Tell me. But you really want to know if a girl love you, you need to go out.
Okay. So, with that said, I think basically what he's saying from this, if you really want to know if a girl love you, go out and cheat on her. And of course, everybody's just like, what are you talking about, man? But I think what he's speaking about is the power of love and how much she does love you and how much she's willing to stay with you. For instance, if you go out and cheat on your girlfriend, and let's be honest, man, I'm sure we've all been in situations where you don't even have to cheat. It could be situations where you're just out at a club or a bar having a drink or something, and then there's another woman who looks at you and might just say hi or flirt with you. And then she either A, may observe and be like, oh, I see you looking at those other women, or I see you smiling at them other women. You know what I'm saying? When you're out in public, women see you with other women, they tend to flirt with you more. I mean, it's crazy. Like, there's been times where I've been dating someone, and then all of a sudden, like, we're walking down the street. You know, me and my girl, we're holding hands, and we're just walking down the street. And then all of a sudden, it's like all these girls that are driving by or walking by or cruising by or whatever they're doing, they're just all looking. They're all looking, and they're all looking at me, and they're looking at her, and they're looking us up and down. And it's like, okay, you know, sizing us up. I understand people want to look at couples. I get that. People watching, right? But then it's like, you could go to the same place by yourself with no one, or with your homies, and no girls are looking, or maybe some are looking, but it's like you got to work extra hard. Like, you got to talk to them and you got to prove something to them. I mean, it's one thing if you're with friends. That's a good thing because it shows social values. You know what I'm saying? So it is good when you're with somebody else and you're with your friends. But if you just go to a place by yourself, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I have a lot of fun by myself. But I just noticed that the energy is different. Well, at least in the States. I don't get this feeling in other countries. But when I'm in the States, mostly Los Angeles, some states, again, some states, some people are a little bit more open and a little bit more friendly. Like when I was in Texas, the women were really cool out there, and they would be like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? What you doing out here? Where you from? Hey, can I buy you a drink? I was like, what? I ain't never heard that in LA or New York. Never. So I guess it does depend on the state and where you are geographically. But let's be honest, man. Women treat you different when they see you with other women. Now, your girl, that's a different story. And I believe that that is what Paul Pierce is possibly talking about here, is that if you want to see if she really likes you, then you got to basically test her in some ways. Now, some people might say that this is childish, it's immature, you shouldn't put your woman through tests, which I do agree on, but let's be honest, man. People do it all the time in relationships. It's a known fact, especially if you've been around the block a few times. You're like, I've seen this before. I've seen this pattern before. Basically, what I'm saying is that I believe that if you go and cheat on your girl, or I wouldn't even say that you have to take it that far as cheating. I would just say maybe you go and you flirt with another girl. Your woman catches you flirting with another girl, or she's flirting with you, and you're just like, ha ha ha. And let me put out this disclaimer too real quick. That I've been in situations before where I've had women that I'm dating and I'm speaking to a woman who I'm doing business with, like I'm just doing business with, and she sees that like this is just a business conversation and you're even in the conversation with us. There was actually a group of people around us too, and she got mad. Like, what you doing talking to her? And like, oh, I'm out of here. And did all that in front of everybody, in front of the whole group. Like, I'm standing here looking at the group of people like, hold on, let me make sure she's all right, right? This has happened to me a few times, man. And you know what's funny is that every time that that's happened, people in the group have always like kind of looked around at each other like, okay, yeah, all right, red flags. But you see, back then I was a lot younger and I didn't really understand these things. And I would be like, oh, maybe she'll be all right. I'll go talk to her. Maybe she's just tripping. But no. Turned out later on, she actually turned out to be a crazy bitch. So it's kind of good to see how women react in these certain situations. That right there shows a level of insecurity. But I think from what paulpierce is talking about, it's like, all right, how does she handle this situation? How does she react to this situation? Now, what I think he means is that if your woman finds you flirting or another woman flirting, or let's say it's like a legitimate thing, like you're not talking about business, you're actually just talking about casual stuff that you would talk about on a date or something like that, and the girl that you're with or your girlfriend happens to see that, how does she react? Does she just like not care? Is she just like, oh, well, whatever. Yeah, I saw you talking to that girl, but whatever. That might not be a good sign. Now, if she also does what the other girl that I was dating do, that type of shit, and just flip out and make a scene and walk out in front of everybody and everybody's just kind of looking around, that's also not a good thing. What I think he means and what I would probably prefer in that situation is a little bit of in between. I would like a middle ground there. I would like for her not to flip out and get overly dramatic, but I also would like her to show that she cares. Like, who was that girl you were talking to? Oh, okay. Like, is she someone that you like or whatever? Or, you know what I'm saying? And this is how men, I think, in some ways should handle it too. I'll be like, oh, who's that dude I saw you talking to at the bar? Or like when I was coming over, I saw you like chatting up with that guy. Who is that guy? Oh, he's just your coworker? Oh, okay. How long y'all been working together for? Oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, like, what is he to you? Oh, he's nothing. He's just he's nothing. Okay. But I would watch that. I do believe that the dynamic is different in this situation between men and women. But I will say that that could be another video. We'll do that in another video. But for right now, I believe I understand what paulpierce is saying is see how your woman reacts. If she cares and she asks you questions about it, maybe she likes you. If she has nothing to say about it, then maybe she doesn't care.